2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. Jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Intercepted.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy, because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong, because they have plenty of leg.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Shoves him aside. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
15 yards to pick up. First down, Washington.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
On the counter, it's Henry. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. They'll try and run for it with Henry.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
Containing him is becoming a big foul. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
2nd and 6.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
But it's now 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Thomas. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to get the ball and handle that contact, but in this case...
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking...
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. The 20. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Touchdown, Washington. Darren Waller. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Thomas. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Oh, boy. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt.
Good. Makes this Washington 21. Cowboys 10.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So we're at halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Cowboys 10.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
In for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down to the 35.
Number 86.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Washington.
Derrick Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Second and 15. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
but big thanks to the defense.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On a crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and 13. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
A first down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to take off with it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
31.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
An 8-yard pick.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
86.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And 2 at the 47-yard line.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. There's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 3, second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out. So for Washington, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.